What is going on, guys? This is Ninja Hawk here. Today I'm going to be doing the top 5 best training spot in Call of Duty Zombies. These are the best training spots in the Call of Duty Zombies franchise that are just being good, whether it comes down to just being building up a lot of points or just really good for high round attempts. These will definitely be mentioned on the list. And so without any further said, let's get into this. Coming into number 5 spot, we have the Widow's Wine area / Portal Room. I don't know if this area has a name or not, so I just call it the Widow's Wine / Portal area. But anyways, this training spot is pretty handy. So basically it gives you a Vespa. What else does it give you? Oh yeah, Widow's Wine. Basically it can be very handy when you really want to train those horde of zombies and even killing them all with. The only real reason this didn't make a high list is because you need skill to play this map's training spot. Also, the Vespa is the only best wall buy in this training spot, which is another real reason why this thing didn't make it higher. But it's also really good for the Apothicant 7. It's a good training spot, but I'll just say it comes in at the number 5 spot. Coming into number 4 spot, we have the courtyard from Horizon Drac. The Horizon Drac courtyard area is very handy. The real use for it is like training, but my god, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty useful. I mean, you can use the lightning bow, which is actually pretty handy on this training spot, as well as the wolf bow. But the main real reason why I made it number 4 mostly is because more than just that it's good for the bows, but also you could just buy the cooler next to it. Or train with the KRM, which is like in the void bow area or on like the right side of the stun area. So when you have no ammo for it, you basically train with dead wire on the KRM, which is pretty handy. It's like a one shot and then dead wire activates at obviously a certain time. But this thing could have made it higher, but since the fact that on round 40 it becomes very hard to train in this training spot, which is why it's only at the number 4 spot. But I will say that it's a great spot, but anyways, it comes in at the number 4 spot. Coming into number 3 spot, we have the Bastion training spot in Horizon Drac. Yet Horizon Drac again with a great training spot. But which one particularly? Definitely the Bastion spot over the courtyard. The courtyard would last around 40 and then it would just go absolutely crap. But the Bastion spot will last until like any round, but the death rate will only last until like round 70, and round 70 the Hellhounds can either dodge the electricity on the circle, or sometimes it just won't kill a Hellhound for some odd reason. As well as with the zombies as well too, but except for the zombies there has to be like hordes of them or something. But I will say that the thing I do like about the training spot is that you can basically use about almost any bow but one, which is the void bow. And I'm gonna say the KRM and the wolf bow strategy works pretty well. I mean, you can use jog, double tap, speed cola, or stamina for Widow's Wine, just to absolutely just makes this training spot pretty good. And also, when you use the gravity spikes in this training spot, you're nearly unstoppable to be defeated, making it a pretty hard way for the zombies to try and corner you. And it's also a very good spot to actually train. So, basically, you can have like one of your teammates sitting on like the corner while you're basically training the horde of zombies, and you can have one of them the lightning bow, and then basically one of them will just shoot while you're like training, and it's pretty handy. It could have been higher, but since it's a small gap, so that's why I made it the number 3 spot. Coming in to the number 2 spot, we have the PhD flopper / Where's Wine lander area from Ascension. This area is just one of my most favorite ones. And definitely because more than just one person can train, but 2 people can train. How often do you find a training spot that can be more than one person training? I mean, seriously, if you look at most maps, most of them are like one person only, or if it's two, then it's like, depends on how big they are, but most of them are like medium, small. Some that are big but just do not work for the second person. But this is just a good example. I mean, my friend BO1 and I were like training on the spot on like round 30, and it was just absolutely great. And heck, even on high rounds, this is pretty good for a 2-man training spot, as well as, if you're lucky, I think a 3-man training spot, I don't know, but mostly a 2-man, and you don't often see that quite a lot. I mean, this area is just really big. It makes high rounds just too easy to get to, because you just simply have this large gap area that basically you can just do this endless cycle on screen just to get to a high round attempt. It's like having two triangles with a infinity symbol, but except for having the circle, you have the triangle, which is pretty cool. And I gotta say, this is a great training spot that I would say is one of my favorite maps, with yet one of the best training spots ever. It was just a great training spot, and it definitely comes in at the number 2 spot. I only have one honorable mention this time around, which that'll be the Revelations training spot. This is very good, but I didn't make it on the list because I just found that I had to go back and forward plenty of times just to get my ammo for my guns, which is why I just didn't make it on the list. But it is a good spot, so that's why it came in at the honorable mention. Coming in to the number 1 spot, we have the Kino de Turn stage training spot. Yeah, this is still one of the best training spots of all time in Call of Duty Zombies. And if you ever has been in a training spot, that's just been the best for a very long time. And for a good reason, which I'm going to show you gameplay footage of it right now. I've got the recording footage now on, and I'm going to be showing a good example of that with my friend BO669, that's going to be showing a good example of it, which I'm just going to speed it up so that way I'll just show you exactly how good this thing is. Okay, now here's the horde of waves. This is exactly good for just more than 2 people, but multiple people. Heck, as you can see here, there's like different ways to train. Now obviously they split up because of the box, but besides that, this is a pretty good area to train, and it is just very good to classic. It's not too easy, it's certainly not too hard either, and it's bound for multiple different players, so it's not like, for example, Ascension, where it's very good, but when you get to like round 40, you need to practice a bit. But Ascension is like super easy for training. This is easy too, but at least you can train with multiple people. I'm normally like Ascension, which you can do 2, which is pretty handy. And this is actually a really good training spot. So I'm just gonna speed up the thing. Okay, and then from there I'll go back to the video, because I think this showed a good example. But this map is still classic with its training spot, and yes, you did see the gameplay footage there. It's pretty handy, and it's not just for multiple people, but also it's pretty handy for high round attempts, which is very nice. And also there are different ways to train, more than just 2 ways, which is pretty good. And I gotta say, this is still an accomplishment, and whoever created Kino, congrats, because this map comes in at the number 1 spot. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, And also, you know how I said about the game DVR thing? I don't think it's going to happen because since it requires cloud, which is why I'm not really going to do it. I mean, I said I was going to do it, but since I didn't know cloud was required, which basically does, like, it basically sees your profile, like, on the cloud drive, which plenty of people can, like, easily steal your data pretty easily, which is why I didn't want to do it. But I gotta say, I did do my absolute best to try it, but without any further said, I don't want to really talk about what would happen. But anyways, if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe as it helps a lot. But with any further said, have yourselves a fantastic day, and I'll see you then.